the acts that Cilantro is able to help Haitians help themselves. That is the coolest thing, is the things that he is doing. It's not a handout. He's helping Haitians make their lives better. Okay? It is a country of extreme poverty. You know, I was talking with the kids. A lot of those families are living with dirt floors. To put a concrete floor for a family and watch their eyes, because they're working right alongside you. It's not us going in and doing it. They're right there helping. The kids, some of them aren't able to go to school. Not everybody is able to go to school there. Some are able to go to school, but they may not have a teacher that stays there very long because the government can't afford to pay them. Or somebody starts a school, 2 years later it's gone, and now they're trying to find, you know, someplace else to go. And those of us in education know that when you have a child that's going here for a while and there for a while and then back over here, it's just not, it's not good for the child. So to have Cilantro have a safe place for these kids to learn, to play after school, to learn skills that are actually going to help them get a job beyond the academics, that is huge in a Haitian's life. I look at the progress that's been made, such as the additional classrooms that we were able to put on so he can have more, because he adds a grade each year. That's what he's doing. The peanut farm, the concrete floors, vaccinations, and that's just huge. Access to over-the-counter drugs that we take for granted. For a child or for a family to get a Tylenol or an Advil or some sort of cough syrup, that is huge. You just don't go to the local drugstore and buy these things there. It's a major ordeal to get over-the-counter drugs. So these things are making a huge difference. To say that I've been changed by going to Haiti, well, I went back. You know, I didn't go just the one time. It made such a difference. I went back. And I took Brady again with me because and he's done group mission trips. I mean, and loved them. But as soon as he went to Haiti, just like Mary Jo, he saw the difference he was making, just one person or 9 people, what we could do to help them out and make their lives a better place. But until I really witnessed that, I didn't get it. You know, you see pictures on the computer, on TV. Many of you know that I traveled quite extensively last year, and seeing our neighbors and being able to help or just to be a part of their society and live what they're living is very powerful. So when I say why Haiti, why not? It is a life-changing event. Okay.
The history of Haiti is an interesting one, and I urge everyone to learn more about it. Columbus discovered the island of Hispaniola, where Haiti is located, in 1492. And since then, Haiti has been in a constant state of disarray caused by other countries or their own government. Gonaives, where we stayed, where Cilantro's Mission Starfish Haiti School is a city of 324,000 people, and it's the second largest city in Haiti outside of the Port-au-Prince metropolitan area. In massive flooding from hurricanes in Gonaives, Hurricane Jean in 2004 and Hannah in 2008 caused widespread damage, homelessness, unbelievable destruction to the town and surrounding area. There's videos of that on YouTube if you're interested in seeing it. Officially, 39% of Haiti has access to electricity, but it's actually a little bit higher when you take into account the irregular connections that are there, because all it takes is a piece of electrical wire and now you've got your own electrical service. We saw quite a bit of that in the whole area. 85% of the electricity is produced with imported fossil fuels, and 75% of the electricity produced is lost in distribution and never reaches the end user. At the guest house, we had 6 to 10 hours of electricity a day. That's when the refrigerator and the well pump could be used. When the power from the grid was down, the electricity had to be, or the refrigerator had to be unplugged, and the well couldn't be turned on because he had a small generator that would run the lights and provide at least enough, to where you could use lights and that. But there were a few times when we came close to running out of water. They pump it up top to a holding tank. A few times we came close to running out of water because the electricity had been off for so long. We worked on repairs and upgrades to the electrical system at the school, and at the guest house we added lights onto the roof. That's where we meet in the evening for reflections on the day. Before that, we had little solar flashlights and flashlights that we would use up there. And I finished up the lights on the last day that we were there, so we actually never got to use them ourselves. But building materials, tools are very hard to come by. I needed a hammer. We're going to borrow one from a brother or cousin or something, and 4 hours later they ended up going into town to buy a hammer because we couldn't find one to borrow. So it's very hard to get things done just due to the lack of tools and equipment and materials. We also replaced the horn on one of his trucks. That was one he made a special request that we bring down a horn. So we bought a horn out at AutoZone, 20 some bucks to put on a truck. Well, a horn, they use a horn on a truck more than they use the brakes in Haiti. So it was, more important than originally thought. I'm sure by now that horn's probably wore out and needs to be replaced. But Haiti's a very interesting country. The people are interesting. What Salanto's doing is remarkable. The things that he started, our participation in it, it really is making a difference in people's lives.
First off, I would like to thank everybody that supported the mission trip, whether financially, prayers, keeping us in your thoughts while we were there, greatly appreciated. Obviously, when we set out, as you've heard, pouring cement is a huge part of what we do there, but it's not the only thing that we do there. With Clarence going this time, Clarence doesn't like to sit around, so we did a lot of things that they hadn't probably expected us to do. With the lights at the school and electrical issues and things like that were fixed. It was awesome to be able to do that for them. With the money that we raised, we were able to obviously pour some concrete floors. Again, it makes a difference that we can't even imagine that it makes in these people's lives. And it's always, every time, every house, every day, it's always a little different. Something happens, the people that you're around, the people that are mixing, they want us to get involved in it. I was telling a gentleman this morning that something as simple as a concrete mixer, whether you hooked it by hand or ran it off the back tire of a bicycle or something, we take for granted that stuff, that the Han Ready Mix truck shows up and dumps concrete, and you smooth it out and you're done. This starts out as a pile of rocks and cement and lime, and they mix it by hand with shovels, and they know exactly how much water they want in there, and if you pour too much, you get yelled at. If you don't pour enough, they're yelling at you, and there is a language barrier, so you just have to go by facial expressions and how loud they yell at you. So there was a lot of other things that we're able to do. Bicycles are now kind of the new and upcoming thing in Go Naive. So with a lot of money that you all gave to us to use wherever we saw fit, bicycles were a big thing. It makes a huge difference. I mean, you imagine going from nothing as a form of transportation to giving a family a bike. It was huge, and that's something, like I say, that we see them laying around all the time around town. We don't think about it there. We buy somebody a $50, $75 bike. Man, they got a way to get around town now. They got a way to go do things. They can make money with that bike by delivering stuff and by being able to be more mobile and not have to walk everywhere. The generator that Clarence talked about at the house that ran the lights and other little necessities that they have around there did not belong to Salanto. It actually belonged to the principal from another school that we actually went and visited, and the wear and tear on that generator was substantial, and he was concerned that he was actually going to wear it out, and then what was he going to do, because he was going to have to buy his friend a new generator. We were able to, when we left, we were able to buy him their own generator, which was a bigger generator than what he had. So they were able to do more, like leave the refrigerator on or run the well pump rather than just ceiling lights and ceiling fans and box fans. So that was something that wasn't expected when we went there. It wasn't even on the radar of things to do, but so the house has its own generator, so people that visit now will have better electricity and better options than when we were there. But again, there's so many amazing things there, and I know it's stressful at being the leader. Now I was in charge. Last time it was easy, Pam was in charge, so it was like she made the calls, and now it's like I have to make the calls, and it's stressful, but I tell you what, it's so much fun. You have to get on. You have to take a chance, take an opportunity to go down. Hopefully in a couple more years we'll be able to do it again and get more people. There's plenty of room at the house. It's safe, okay? And you haven't lived until you've been to the Port-au-Prince airport. I'm telling you, you can travel all over the world and see, beautiful waterfalls and volcanoes. Port-au-Prince airport, that's where it's at, okay? If you can survive that, you can survive anything, okay? And again, we had a great time there. Stressful, but it's just part of the memories that go with the trip. So again, I thank you guys for all of your support and the fundraisers that we had. Wes is going to show a PowerPoint that we kind of threw together. The song that is going to play in the background, if it doesn't get you it's a song that Salanto is now producing music on the side, like he doesn't have enough other things going on in his life. So they produce music. So this is a song, and actually, if you want the name of the song, the YouTube video, you can watch it. I know I think everybody that was there for the most part is in the video. At some point they filmed it while we were there, so that'll be playing in the background, and the pictures will kind of show you some of the things that we did, the places we went, and all that stuff. But again, thank you for all of your support for the trip.
Non, touche gen espoir quand même, ça va changer. Gen espoir.
Chaque jour levé, on pas qu'à manger, des pour payer, pour décourager, mais gen espoir, gen espoir. Chaque jour levé, on pas qu'à manger, des pour payer, pour décourager, mais gen espoir, gen espoir.
Welcome on time, everything will be fine. Wait for your light to shine. Look up to God, everything be alright. Keep on the fight, wait for your might.
Mwen di ou gen espoir, gen espoir. Map tan yon jou tout bagay ka ok. Map tan limye pou mka brille. Mande bon Dieu pou tout bagay ka ok. Kontinye koumen a tout force ou même ti ou gen espoir, gen espoir.
When you suffer, look for laughter. Your life continue as though you have life. Help your brother, help your sister. Respect your father, respect your mother.
Mwen di ou gen espoir, gen espoir. Même si wap soufri, chache pou souri, la vie continue tout an poko mouri. Aide sérieux, aide frère, respect pour papa, respect pour maman. Mwen di ou gen espoir, gen espoir. Chaque jour levé, ou pas qu'à manger, tête pour payer, ou décourager. Mwen di ou gen espoir, gen espoir. Chaque jour levé, ou pas qu'à manger, tête pour payer, ou décourager. Mwen di ou gen espoir, gen espoir. Chaque jour levé, ou pas qu'à manger, tête pour payer, ou décourager. Mwen di ou gen espoir, gen espoir.
Espoir, grandi nan cheme faut mettre mal pour faire bonheur ou son choix. Penser ou pas ou sous la vie ou lui fait effet tout. Après nous c'est mettre ou après nous seigneur pourquoi dans tête ou nous pas nous faiblesse ou non geste ou la vie toujours fait test ou un. Espoir pour chauffer yo, espoir handicap yo, espoir ti machin yo cap bataille pour avenir petit yo. Espoir la jeunesse qui corrompue avec des tendances, qui quitte l'école quand l'autre pays qui fait pénitence.
Oh, gen espoir.